Hey guys, so the title of this video: Why aren't more nurses on PrEP? And sorry about wearing this dumb looking thing. It's because I'm covering up a curse word on the shirt, and I didn't feel like changing shirts. But anyway, so yeah, my question is, why aren't more nurses on pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV? And so I was doing some research, and so if you get a needle stick injury from like a sub-Q, from like a small needle, like the ones you do for sub-Q, right, like a 25 gauge, 28 gauge, 30 gauge, whatever, the chance of getting HIV from that is 1 in 300. And 1 in 300, which is a 0.3% chance. And it goes higher if it's like a large bore IV. Large bore, IV. And I'm not really too sure what that means because I'm a new grad. I haven't started working yet, but I guess it's like a smaller gauge, right? The bigger needles, right? Because it could pierce way more. So I'm guessing like a 18 gauge or something. That's what they mean. When you get needle stick injury with that, the chances go higher, right, than 0.3%. But yeah. So my question is, why aren't more nurses on pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV? Because they say it's a low chance, 1 in 300 chance of getting HIV, 0.3%. But to me, I don't know if I'm crazy, but to me, that's not that low. 1 in 300 chance, 0.3% chance, that's not that low. To me, low is winning the lottery, which is I googled it just right now, a 1 in 300 million chance of winning the lottery. That's low. So if that was the case for getting HIV from needle stick, I wouldn't even be having this conversation. I wouldn't even be making this video because I'd be like, 1 in 300 million, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Like, that's insane. That's just so freaking low. So it's like, why are more nurses getting on PrEP? Well, phlebotomists too, you know what I mean? It's just like 1 in 300 is not that low. But obviously, if you get a needle stick exposure, they're going to send you down to occupational health, they're going to send you down to ER, and then they're going to put you on PEP, which is 3 drugs. It's 2 pills, but it's 3 drugs. One of the drugs is Truvada, which is a combination of 2 drugs, which is 1 pill and 2 drugs, and then the other drug is I forgot which one it is, but you take it twice a day. They're going to put you on that for PEP, and obviously that 0.3 chance goes even lower. But to me, it's like, why not be on PrEP? Why not be on PrEP? Because these chances aren't that low. So whenever you get on PrEP, they're going to give you 3 drugs, right? 2 of them are Truvada, which is this one right here. 2 of them is Truvada. It's going to be 1 pill, and 2 of them is Truvada. One of the drug is emtricitabine, and the other one is tenofovir. Emtricitabine and tenofovir, right? This, and then they're going to give you another drug for PEP, and that's going to be your PEP prescription that they're going to give you. Whenever you get on PrEP, you're already going to be taking 2/3 of the drugs that's supposed to be taken for PEP, which is the Truvada drug. This is for PrEP. And I looked online, and it takes Truvada about 21 days for you to be for it to be as strong as possible to cover you from HIV. So it's like, why not take that? Why not have it already in your system, really strong, just in case you do get an accidental needle stick exposure? And guys, needle stick exposures aren't that rare. And I looked online. It says that over to 600,000 to 800,000 needle sticks per year happen for nurses in the U.S. 600,000 to 800,000. That is insane. That's a fucking lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. That's a lot. You know what I mean? And obviously, not all the needle sticks it's going to come from an HIV patient, right? Because HIV is not that. You know what I mean? It's depending on which state you're at too. It's kind of rare. Like like population of United States, 340 million. How many people have HIV in the US? 1.2 million. So what? Okay, so calculator, 340 divided by 1.1. No, this is I need to go over my dosage calculation, dimensional analysis. Okay, so I think this is correct. 0.003% of the U.S. population has. No, that can't be right. Anyway, so HIV, it's not common. It's not that many people in the United States with HIV. right? And a lot of them are controlled. You know, they have a lot of them. You know, they're taking their medications and they have it undetectable, untransmittable, so you can't even get it if you do get a needle stick exposure from them. But anyway, my point is, it's like, okay, so 0.3% chance to get HIV, 1 in 300, which is not that low. 600, 800,000 needle sticks per year for nurses, which is fucking high. Also remember that 0.3% chance will go higher if it's like a larger needle. And how much it pierces and how much blood there is, right? So it's like, why not be on PrEP? Because why not just take PrEP? You know what I mean? It's like, why not, you know what I mean, be covered in case it does happen, you know what I mean? Because it's already, if you've been taking PrEP, it's going to be in your system. It's already going to be hopefully longer than 21 days, and you just add that third drug, and you know what I mean, which is it's just going to increase the chance even more. So yeah, that's just wondering to me is why not protect yourself? I was telling my other nursing friends about this. They graduated with me, and then they don't really think about it like I'm thinking about it. They're just you know what I mean? They're not dismissing it. They didn't say it was a bad idea, but they didn't really, you know, say yes or no. They just, you know what I mean? And sorry about y'all, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed too. But it's like, why are we taking that chance? You know what I mean? Why not? Why not get on PrEP? Obviously, there's some side effects of PrEP. You know, there's some. It has some effect on your kidneys. And I don't know if that's actually something I need to talk with the doctor about. Does it cause permanent damage to kidneys, or is it after you discontinue it, will your GFR go back up? Right? It's something I need to talk about. Is it like, you know what I mean? But anyway, also Truvada is the only one that's been shown studies to prevent HIV from needle stick infection. All these other drugs, all these ones like the needle one preps and the Descovy, those haven't been shown to prevent HIV from needle sticks. So Truvada is the only one. But my point is, why are more nurses on PrEP? Am I crazy here? Am I crazy? If I'm crazy, let me know. If I'm anxious, well, I know I'm anxious. But if it's my anxiety being biased here, please let me know. I'd really like to hear nurses' thoughts on this, about y'all's, you know, how's it been for y'all? Have y'all been exposed to needle stick injuries? What do y'all think about? Yeah, anything really. Let me know what y'all think. Also, it's like whenever you're pinching a really skinny person, it's just so hard, you know. You're cutting it so close because there's not much to pinch. You know what I mean? It's just so close to a needle stick injury. Well, I've heard stories where like you're trying to do an IV on someone, right? You're trying to do an IV on someone, and then they like move, and then like, and then you get a needle stick injury from a large needle, and it's just like, oh shit, I just fucking got exposed to HIV. If the patient had it, from the patient for something I didn't even do wrong. It was the patient. They moved. You know what I mean? I just feel like being on PrEP as a nurse isn't a crazy idea. Anyway, so I'd like to hear what y'all nurses think about it, and yeah, thank you for your time.